So yesterday I was made aware of a little leak in the premium tech tree, and it was already visible that there was a new tier 10 Warhammer tank available. And while going to sleep that night, I was debating on making a video going over the quote-unquote leak. It turns out, well, they're here. It's not really a leak anymore because it's been announced. Yes, Warhammer is back in World of Tanks console. So let's go over that. We have a community event and earn challenge, as well as a new tier 10 premium. Of course, all of the previous 5 Warhammer tanks that were out are available this time around for discounted prices, and in fact 2 of them are actually earnable. Starting today and ending June 13th, you can earn yourself either of the 2 tanks, the Ignis Purgatio Escalation Era 2 Independent Medium Tank, or the Tier 9 Tiefbreaker. You cannot earn both of these. You will pick a side, and depending on what side you pick, determines the tank that you get for free. Choosing the Imperium side will grant you that Ignis Purgatio, and choosing the Orcs side will grant you that Tiefbreaker. The way you'll be earning these tanks is through command completions. There are 7 total stages to complete, with each stage having 2 command options for you to go for. That is the personal challenge during this event. There's also a community challenge that will go on until June 13th as well. The way we earn points as a community is every vehicle destroyed is 1 point, and you can help earn an additional point by having any Warhammer commander in your tank while destroying that vehicle, for a total of 2 points per destroyed vehicle. And this is available to all tiers and eras in Cold War, as well as co-op. And that is the same with the personal challenge. So yes, you can actually complete this stuff in co-op. As for that community event, we will earn an emblem at 1,000,000 points, as well as another emblem at 2.5 million points. We will all gain a day of premium at 5 million points, as well as a 15% discount on the new Rogel Dorn. Not sure if that's how you say it, but that is the new tier 10 super heavy that we'll get to in a moment. At 7.5 million points, we will earn yet another emblem and a commander war chest. At 10 million points, we will earn 5 food supplies, as well as a 30% discount on said super heavy. At 13 million points, we will get yet another emblem. And at 17.5 million points, we will get some commander XP boosters and a 50% discount on that tier 10 super heavy. So let's look at that tier 10 super heavy, shall we? As you might have seen in that trailer, it actually has 2 gun options. You can have a regular powerful gun and a secondary weaker gun, or you can have double barrels as an option. Now quickly we'll go over its statistics. It has 2800 HP, which matches the likes of the E100, which was newly buffed, and the Type 5 Heavy. It goes 30 kilometers an hour with a nearly 9 horsepower per ton ratio, which is pretty bad. But again, it is a super heavy. If you're using the gun with the secondary weapons, that main gun has 7 degrees of gun depression and does 700 alpha with a 0.36 accuracy and a 3.1 second aim time, and a reload of 19.4 seconds, giving it a total DPM value of 2163 base. It shoots AP shells for 245 standard pen at 945 shell speed, as well as premium APCR shells for 332 pen and 1015 shell speed. Its HE rounds have 85 penetration with an increased alpha of 890. That secondary weapon, however, does 240 alpha with 182 standard pen on an AP round. It has 0.37 accuracy and an aim time of 2.2 seconds, and it actually is an autoloader with 4 in the mag, but its intro clip is 3 seconds, so it takes 9 seconds to dump this secondary gun. Once you do dump that magazine, though, you go on a really long reload time of 36 seconds. A very interesting setup, but it gets even more interesting because, again, you can choose to just run a double barrel version of this tank instead. However, the double barrel isn't just a double barrel version of that 700 Alpha gun, it is actually a double barrel version of what looks to be the Lehman Russ's gun, because it does 500 damage with the same penetration values of 232 standard AP and 304 premium APCR. It has a 3-second aim time with a 0.36 accuracy and a 16-second reload per shell. Honestly, it's very interesting that it has a double barrel cannon, but it does kind of beg the question, does this just kind of put the Lehman Russ out of commission? The Lehman Russ isn't that much of a super heavy in comparison to this thing, especially when we get to the armor statistics. And this thing has just a double barrel version of the Lehman Russ's. Let's look at that armor now. The thickest plate is actually 300 on the upper, and 270 around the mantlet. Your sponsons are actually 250 millimeters. Your mantlet is 240, but you do have a 200 millimeter cylinder behind that, so good luck penning the mantlet. Your lower plate is actually 180 millimeters, with nothing behind that, so actually, it does look like this tank has more of a normal weak point, as well as a cupola too, than the Lehman Russ. So the Lehman Russ is kind of more interesting and harder to penetrate, while this one, if you use normal tank conventions, aim for that cupola, aim for that lower plate. That cupola is 150 millimeters and it's quite big. But again, remember this thing has 10 degrees of gun depression when using the double barrel, and only 7 degrees of gun depression when using the regular gun with the secondary gun. Overall, though, it does look quite good, and it's going to be quite interesting to see this on the battlefield now. But unfortunately for me, I will be waiting for that 50% discount. So until then, I won't have a review out for you guys to actually tell you how it plays in-game. But I will say, now that the Warhammer tanks are back, I would recommend picking up the Lehman Russ as well while you're at it. If you're going to pick this one up, wait for the discount. But if you have some extra gold or are willing to spend some money, I will say the Lehman Russ is worth your money. It is one of the only ones that is a unique vehicle, such as this new Rogel Dorn. I'm going to call it the Darn, alright? Maybe that'll stick. But the Darn and the Lehman Russ are the two tanks I would highly recommend, as they are unique vehicles and they are new tanks. Whereas the other three are just skin versions of tanks we already had, turned into whatever abominations that they made with them. And I'm against turning skins into premiums. I would have really loved that Nemesis skin for the E100. Sucks that I have to pay full price just to get a different tank in order to have my big bright blue E100. So I'm not doing it. But anyway, as usual, there is also a mega bundle for you to get absolutely everything if you are inclined to spend your disposable income on that. And of course, I will leave the articles in the description for you to go and take a look at them. But that is the Warhammer event. It is back, and there is actually an earnable tank, as well as a community event that provides a discount on the new tank. So this is some good stuff, and I look forward to earning that discount and earning my Tiefbreaker. Let me know what faction you're going to side with. One is a Cold War tank, and one is a World War II tank, so I presume it will be really dependent on which mode you like. But let me know, are you choosing Imperium or are you choosing Orcs? Again, I'm choosing Orcs for that Tiefbreaker. But yeah, there you go. This video was a bit unscripted, as I wanted to get this out quickly, and hopefully it went smoothly. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.